Well, looks like I am live. It's funny, they really never tell you you're live, but looks like I am. And I have absolutely nobody viewing. So at the moment, it's all me, guys. Let's see what's going on here. Now there is a latency. I see that because my mouth is not moving and my picture is. That's interesting. Well, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, look, I got one concurrent viewer. McNillo. Hi-yo. It's Mr. Finger Gold. You reversed my name, huh? Okay. That's cool. Good morning. Oh, now we're starting to find people. Okay, cool. Well, this was kind of an impromptu Wednesday morning live. And it's just me. Paul's not here. I'm going to start doing Wednesdays again because to kind of catch up with my members and my subscribers. Hey, Jack. How you doing? And I'm just going to kind of give an update on some of the things that are happening here in Sleepy Duma. David, good morning. Good morning from a wet New Zealand. I even covered New Zealand. Hello, John. How are you? Let me go ahead and take the Alaska. Wow. Already at, it looks like there is actually quite a few people. Okay, it's a little bit of a latency. It's kind of strange. I don't quite understand lives yet because what happens is I'm talking, but then you don't hear me for several seconds later. I don't understand that at all, but it is what it is. Florida, Ralph. Morning, Dexter. How you doing, Dex? I haven't seen you in a while. I don't get over to Ground Zero too much anymore. I've been walking in the mall. I miss a lot of my friends. Dexter's one that I always joke with, but I do miss. Dexter, did you see what Mike's doing with our mutual buddy from Wichita, without saying a name? Hi from Florida. Again, hello from Texas, David. Rodney, you're back. Good morning. And from Melbourne, Australia. Boy, this really covers the whole world, doesn't it? It's really amazing to me how far-reaching this is. Melbourne, Australia. Okay, we have several people from Australia. Tell me, what time is it right now in Australia? I don't know the time difference. Cokeburg, Pennsylvania. Well, it could have just been Coke. Hi, Stanley. Good morning. I'll get a few people to come on. We have about 30 now. It doesn't show me for 3 to 5 seconds later, at least. But anyway, I'm doing really good. I am losing weight, and we're going to talk about that. I'm starting a new peptide. We're going to talk about that. And then also AI is seriously taking over the world. Okay, it's a little scary because it's moving so fast. Mike's a good guy, and there's no reason for the person we know has a channel. I'm not going to say his name, but he's had a channel before and was taken down, got in trouble. He's going to get in trouble again because now he has he's currently in the U.S. talking about all of us who, YouTubers and others, in a negative way. 11 a.m. in Australia. Was that Melbourne, right? Yeah, Melbourne. Oh, thank you. That's not too bad. It's morning. That's good. Just a couple hours ahead of me. What are we at? 9:05 here. So anyway, he's in big trouble. He's in serious trouble because once he was saying things derogatory about a lot of the foreigners here, which he could probably get away with some of it. He can't use our pictures, but he did use our pictures in his videos, which he got strikes for, one for me and one for Mike. One more strike, you're out. 3 strikes on YouTube and you're off the channel. But then what happened is he mentioned Janet, which is Mike's wife, and that's a Filipina, and you do not here say anything, okay? Words will hurt you here. It's not just rock, sticks and stones. When you have words against a Filipina, you're in big trouble. Okay, so, okay, Einstein, come on. I got my buddy here wants to say hello. Say hello. Okay. So now he's in trouble with cyberbullying, and he'll bring charges against this person. Again, I'm not going to say who it is. You may know, you may not. Reminds me of some of the trolls that have channels here, and he's going to have to answer to it, including putting up a bail, coming here for court. He wasn't planning, as my understanding, he wasn't planning on coming back for several months. He's not going to have a choice now. He's going to have to. He doesn't have an income that I know of other than driving a truck in the U.S. out of Wichita, and so as a truck driver, he's not going to get any money here. He can't work here. I don't believe he's old enough for retirement. So he's going to be in big trouble because he's going to have to hire a lawyer as well. All right, baby. I'm going to put you down. Anyway, 11 a.m. Okay, thanks, Ronnie. From Queens, New York. Hello, W. That guy in the U.S. mentioned you too in a video. Yes, I know. Said his wife's niece had a beef with someone in your family. Actually, it wasn't me. It was I didn't know his niece. Well, I knew of her. It was somebody, a friend of mine, who been on the channel, but it wasn't me. So, but again, he has a lot of comments about people, but his information is incorrect, and so he's getting in trouble with misrepresentation, misinformation, cyberbullying, things like that. You just can't do that. Eventually, he hasn't hit 1,000 yet. He's going to end up losing his channel, which is the second time he's going to lose it. Yeah, I see Mike all the time. Mostly at the mall, because I do a lot of walking. Dexter says, I really didn't care what he said about me, but the lies he told about Mike and Janet is unforgivable. And I totally agree with Mike. In fact, I totally support him. If he needs a letter from me, I also would be very happy to write Mike a letter. Hey, Wisco. And so, yeah, he's going to be in trouble. So that's enough about him, because I'm not going to promote him. I don't wish to promote him in any way or mention his name. I think everybody who knows him, and he is a troll gone YouTuber, and he is probably the drama queen of drama. He just constantly refers to Dumageddon as Dramageddon, yet he lives in Dumageddon and built a house in Cebuland, which is very close to Dumageddon. Problem is, he creates and talks about the drama. He is the drama. Need to get rid of that guy. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, so I am still on my Reddit True Tide. I'm going to put you down, baby. There you go. Oh, I know you're going to want to go out in a minute, but you just stay right here. Stay there, okay? Anyway, he is... I'm sorry. I am on still Reddit True Tide, which is a peptide. It wasn't actually designed for weight loss. It was actually designed to lower insulin levels, which it does. Though I don't have any trouble with insulin anymore. Haven't since I was exercise, swimming, things like that. But it has helped me lose weight. So I was on it for the first month. And I believe I reported I lost between 22 pounds. I'm about right at 21 pounds. In the first 4 weeks was 20. In the first 30 days was like 21. Okay? I'm now on it for 7 weeks. So I'm 3 weeks into my second month. And I'm down another 10 pounds. So I've dropped 30 pounds now in 7 weeks. It definitely slowed down, so I increased my dosage. It's extremely cheap here to buy Retatrutide. It is gone through 2 trials in the USA through FDA, 2 trial tests. The only way you can get it in the USA is to go on YouTuber who's a doctor. There's many doctors that have YouTube channels and go on their trials list, and they will go over your history and medical, and then they'll put you on the trials, and then you can buy it from them in the U.S. But here in the Philippines, it's readily available on Facebook. I mean, right from China from Facebook, and it's extremely cheap here. That being said, literally a month's supply is under $50 here. For Red Tide. So thank you very much, Laszlo. So I am sticking with it. It's supposed to be a 48-week or basically a year process, and it does reduce your interest in food. I don't have any cravings. Somebody else that went on it that started it said they were able to fast for 3 days and didn't feel hungry at all, and no side effects, and no withdrawals from food at all for 3 days. But I told them they need to eat. Okay, they took a little bit too much. I said their dose was probably twice what it should have been in the beginning, and I said you need to cut back on your dose. They only needed to lose 20 pounds. They lost half in the first week, 10 pounds. So they were only 15 or 20 pounds over. They had a little pot-belly tubby, and I'm going to keep everybody anonymous because there's about 8 of us on it now, maybe 9. And so they've been asking me about it, and as I lose weight, I'm sure it's going to be more and more people interested in it because we're Americans. We're in a rush. See, Americans are always in a hurry. We don't have any patience. We want to lose weight fast. We don't want to lose 1 pound a week. It's just boring, okay? So if we are seeing 2 or more pounds per week, it's hard to stick on. And it is a diet, okay? But at least it gives you if you're not interested in food, it gives you the willpower to say, hey, you know what? I don't really feel like that ice cream or that burrito or that pizza or that candy bar. You just don't feel like it. It doesn't matter. So, hey, Alexander, how are you? So, and Mark in Alaska, congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. So, 10 pounds in the last 3 weeks, 20 pounds for the 4 weeks before that. So we'll see what I am I only weigh myself once a week on Saturday. So as of this last Saturday, today's Wednesday, so was that 4 days back roughly, I was down 30 pounds. So that's pretty good. Yeah. So let's see. I'm on BGC, also on the peptide game. Well, give us a little bit of a story. What peptide are you on, McNillo, and how much do you take, and how long you've been on it, and what have you lost? Tell us a little bit about it. What vloggers do you know? This is Alexander Sims. What vloggers do you know who are like Paul, Scotty Boy, and you on the island of Luzon? I'll be there in November. Well, there's also Gojo, which I think is like GoPro, but it's Gojo. He's really an energetic, nice guy. I haven't personally got to meet him. He was walking out of the mall when I was walking towards him. And I was going to say hi, but he was live streaming, so I didn't want to bother him. He's a cool guy. Thanks. Thank you very much, Eastern Dreamer. But he seems, I've watched his videos, he's very good. Scotty Boy has done an excellent job. He has changed his lives, his YouTube and everything. I really am impressed at the quality and his conversation with Mark Thornton's wife, who's now a widow. It was very professional, and I thought it was very good. So I started watching Scotty Boy, which is regular guy. Excuse me, I got dry mouth. And so I would recommend watching him. He's very good. He doesn't like to stay in one spot anymore. He's been in Duma for a while. He's probably timed. He likes to kind of move about. He's younger. He's quite tall too. I was shocked. He's very young. He's very good looking, and he's very tall. I had no idea from his videos. So he's a good-looking guy. He could go anywhere. He'll do well anywhere he goes because even if he went to Thailand or if he went to Vietnam or wherever, I think a regular guy would do great everywhere. How many bikes are in the inventory now? I'm still off season in Thailand. Is it the same there now with visitors? No, I have quite a few bikes. I don't go into how many bikes, and they change literally every week or two. I buy and sell them. A lot of people want to buy my bikes. They ride them, they like them, and I give them a discount because I buy them. I don't buy them brand new. I buy them new used. So if they have less than 3,000 kilometers on them, I buy them from other foreigners that have decided to leave and they want to get rid of their bike, and I buy it at a discount, so I'm able to sell it cheaper than new, and I maintain it and take care of it. And a lot of times I'll upgrade it too. I think I missed somebody. I don't know how to say it. The Shibumi from Stamford, Connecticut. Hello there. Tirzepatide. I tried Retta, but had a bad reaction. Oh, really? I have been on it for about 1 year. I lost 0 pounds. That just doesn't make any sense. But that isn't my goal. DEXA scan says I lost 15 pounds of fat and gained 15 pounds of muscle. Oh, so you're working out at the same time. So that might be, that's still okay. If you gained 15 pounds of muscle, okay, I got to get Carolyn to let Einstein out. Anyway, McNello, that's then you did actually lose 15 pounds of fat, so that's pretty good. But that was a year, and that's a long time. Okay, JJ says, hi, Goldfinger. I just joined the Filipino Cupid and am being asked to contact women on WhatsApp. Is that a red flag? Well, I don't know. I mean, you could contact them but on WhatsApp, but you need a video chat with them to make sure that they are female, and you can get more information. Again, you're supposed to wait. I don't know if you're here in the Philippines or you're back in whatever country you're in, but it's not a red flag. The red flags is not how you communicate with them. The red flags is when they ask you for money or tell you their phone doesn't work or they can't send you pictures because their camera's broken, which is 99% lies. Red flags is asking for money, mostly. Anything else is fine. Kevin, hello. Do those on Social Security only pay taxes? Well, actually, if you're on Social Security, depending on how much you make, you don't pay taxes, whether you're here or not. Unless you have if you're here running a business, you pay taxes to the Philippines, but there are rules about that, how many people you should employ. You're going to have to wait, Einstein. I'm on live. Einstein's talking to me. Let me get Carolyn to get him out. Okay, hold on, baby. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to text Carolyn. I knew if I let him in here, he's going to be a problem. Let me call her. I'll just call her. It's faster. Anyway, okay, Alexander, how can the Philippines deport a USA citizen for cyberbullying when it's not illegal in the USA? Oh, first of all, what's illegal in the Philippines doesn't have anything to do whether it's legal in the USA or not. So they're not so much deporting him. He can get fined or go to jail. But if he does something really physically wrong, they would deport him. But it has nothing to do with the USA law. It has to. He can file charges against him here, and then when he comes back over here, he'll either be arrested or he'll be not allowed to enter the country. So they can't deport somebody if they're not here, obviously, but they could keep him from coming in. They'll put a flag on his passport. Thanks, Jay. Keep up the good work. McNello, yeah, it takes a long time to add muscle. I'm way too young to start taking testosterone and don't want to be juicing steroids. I gotcha. It's not good for you. Blood work, do blood work, according to Joe Cano. Daniel, rental for motorcycle for a week or month. Price range. Well, you know what? You'll have to contact me by email. It's in all my videos is my email address in the description and in the videos. And basically, it depends on which bike you rent. So they start off as low as 6,000 pesos a month. And I'm sorry, I have to use I'm here so long I can't even remember what 6,000 times 17 equals. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Sorry. Hold on. 6,000 divided by 57. So it's as low as under $60 a month. You could also rent by the week. I don't do dailies. So anyway, and then I have larger bikes. So it kind of depends on what bike. So we start off with 125. We go all the way up to 160. So you can get a price list for me if you send me an email. If it's only no extra income or state or federal tax, I will have to report income from YouTube when I reach a certain threshold. You're allowed to. I give up on her. She's not answering. I don't know why. You're allowed a certain amount of money every month when you're on retirement, and you don't have to pay taxes. So that's the story. Okay. Remington Pro. G-Money, I enjoy your channel. Thanks for putting us on live. I want to make a trip over there, and once I retire, 6 months stay for a month. Seems like you're doing very well with your weight. Thank you. You need to stay for longer than a month if you can. I had talked about it with Paul, and we've talked about it before. You really need 3 months here. 1 month. 1 month is just going to make it to the point where you're going to have to come back for another month or two. It takes a little longer than a month. A month goes by very quickly here. Okay, Peter's on 27 days on semaglutide. He's down 7.2 kilos, which is almost 16 pounds. You're on a very low dose, 0.25 milligrams dose currently first week, 0.5 milligram dose. Yeah, that's a very, very low dose, Peter. So you're doing excellent, and you're not even 30 days. So you've lost 16 pounds in 27 days. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's wonderful. Congrats. I know your wife's kind of shy, but it would be interesting if you could get her to own for an interview or just a conversation. I like folks would really. Yeah, I've tried. Most Filipinos are shy of the video or cameras, and she's also the same. I don't think 6,000 is 104 a month. You're doing something wrong there, Tom. Let me go back to my calculator. It's basically 6,000 pesos divided by 57. Oh, you're right. I did something wrong. Okay, you're right. I apologize, Tom. So 105 a month. You also can rent it though for 2,000. So you can rent it for $26 a week. Thank you, Tom. I did something wrong. I don't know what. Anyway, so I'm still staying on retatrutide, and I'll be on it for a year at least. I'm going to be starting up. Well, I actually already started a new peptide at the same time. So the new peptide is called Glow. I'm going to look up Glow to tell you what it is because I don't even know. So Glow is called either KLOW or GLOW. And it's BPC 157, TB 500, KPV, and GHK-CU. So it has copper in it. It actually is supposed to, they call it Glow because it helps your skin, everything, your skin, the way you feel, your eyes, your hair, your fingernails. It's considered a youth drug, and I know that wealthy movie stars use Glow, and unfortunately, I don't think you can get any of these peptides yet in the U.S., but everything's available here in the Philippines. So I started Glow just a couple days ago, and basically it takes about 3 weeks before you feel a difference, and you take a very, very small shot every other day. And it's very expensive. It's 3,000 pesos for a 6-month supply. So it's not very expensive at all. Hey, how you doing, Gary? Anyway, so I started Glow, which is excellent. I'll see how it works. You could take it at the same time you take retatrutide. And I'm actually going to start MOTS-C, MOTS -C. So let's see what MOTS-C is. Let's MOTS-C. I'm going to have to read it to you guys from my phone. It's for mitochondrial, and it's from DNA. It's a peptide, obviously. It was discovered in 2015. It's still early, and they're only studying it on animals. The proposed effects of MOTS-C, which is mostly what they found from animals, that it regulates and improves insulin sensitivity, increases glucose uptake in the muscle, lowers your blood sugar, helps with weight management. So I'm probably going to take that and take a break from retatrutide because I don't want to have 2 for weight loss. It increases your energy expenditure, increases your energy expenditure and fat utilization. It does help for obesity. Acts like an exercise mimetic, boosting your endurance and mitochondrial functions. Helps with your antioxidant pathways, and it helps with your age-related health. It actually is reversed age with related metabolic decline. It's available out here. I have one person who's taking it now, MOTS-C. He's been on it. I figured I'll let him try it for a month, make sure there's no major side effects, and then I'm going to try it starting next month. And I may take a break from retatrutide, and then after the MOTS-C, I'll go back to it. So that's my story for losing weight. So I am down 30 pounds in 7 weeks. I'll do a 2-month video and have that up. I weigh myself, actually it was 30 pounds as of last Saturday. I only weigh myself on Saturdays. So this coming Saturday, hey Rodney, thank you so much. Yep, the computer classroom is still on. Thank you for the $20. We got to get, let's get some. Talk about that in a minute too. Thank you for bringing that up, Rodney. Alexander says, I know you're doing great with walking and your weight loss, but have you started lifting weights? No, I haven't. Dumbbell or push-ups. I actually don't have any weights to lift. Push-ups I could do. Obviously, anything kind of, if you remember Jack LaLanne, who did exercises by pushing on doors and stretching or doing that kind of thing, that's the same thing. I have bands. I have stretch bands I could use. Let me try and get somebody to get this Einstein. I'm going to have to step away for guys. I got to let the dog out. He's having a fit. Please, I apologize so much. I'll be right back. Just open the door and let him out. He's having a fit. All right. You didn't come and get him. All right. I'm back. So, anyway, wow, I came back and I'm still gone in the video. That's funny. I do plan on doing bench stretching pretty soon, which is, it's not weightlifting, but it's the same thing. It's resistance training. So, is retatrutide available locally? Where is locally, Daniel? I don't know where you are. Sorry, you got to tell me. It's available in the Philippines. That's all I can tell you. It's available here. And if you contact me, I can lead you as to where to get it. It's very inexpensive too, because the group of us have gotten together and have bought in larger quantities, and the larger quantities that we buy of Red True Tide, the cheaper it gets per bottle. So it's getting down pretty cheap, about $55 a month. That's pretty good. Jack LaLanne was great, wasn't he, though? He was before your time. Oh, you're just a youngster. But yeah, he used to do, I don't know what they call it, but he used to press on doors, walls. He didn't use weightlifting, and he was quite muscular and quite healthy for a long time. I thought he'd live forever. Hey, Goldfinger, I was thinking about your ebook. Have you thought about sharing it out through Google Docs? I'm computer literate. Cull Smash, I believe is the name. I'm dependent on Carolyn. Okay, I really don't know too much about internet and all electronics and everything. It took me forever to figure out this podcast and recording studio and create it. A lot of videos I watched, a lot of books I read, a lot of people I spoke to. I know about Google Docs, and I've talked to her about that, and I will eventually get to that, but I'm way behind the times. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I haven't updated. Version 35 is coming out, and next month, if you ever emailed me and requested it, you'll automatically will get version 35, which also. You'll get that with a cover letter in the email telling you about what we're doing for the children. Because right now I'm raising help to cover expenses with creating another computer classroom in an elementary school. Nazario Tell Memorial Elementary School is in Bakong. It has a lot of very low-income students, about 700 students, and they have a really great classroom. We just finished the bathrooms. We added a boys and girls bathrooms right off of the room that's going to be the computer classroom, and I just provided with Danny Dubois with sinks to wash their hands and everything. It's all complete now, and next step is I'll be buying tablets, computer, big screen, a locking cabinet, charging station, and a printer for the school. Hopefully by December, I have to get additional help, financial help, and if you're interested, I appreciate it. We're trying to get it done by Christmas. I'll be buying everything if I have the funds. I have already quite a bit of funds available, about half of what I need. I need between 300 and 400, say 350,000 pesos. You're going to ask me how much that is in dollars. Okay, hold on. 350,000. Wait a minute. 350,000 divided by 57 equals $6,000. So I need 6,000 US dollars to buy everything, and I have half of what I need. I'll be able to buy the tablets, which go on sale on Amazon, and get them here. Probably they do sales in October and November, and then the rest of it could be sourced locally, like the big screen TV, a laptop, things like that, the cabinets. So just secure it. So yeah, that's ongoing. You could start walking up and down escalators. Well, in the mall, if you start walking, if you use an escalator, obviously you're not exercising. If you walk up the down escalator, you're going to get in trouble because there's a lot of people using the escalator and you're getting in their way. You can walk up and down stairs at the mall. They do have stairs, and that's really good exercise. I agree. Now you're going to get version 35, David. We're already at 34. I need a doggy door. Yeah, you're right, Gary. What's the ebook? I hope you're kidding. You got everything's in the ebook, Mark. I mean, I'm sure you're kidding. You got to have the ebook. The ebook tells you everything of what you need to do to come over here, what to prep for, what happens when you get here. It's basically for 3 to 6 months before you get here and the 3 to 6 months after you arrive. It's for newbies, and it's got a chock full of information. What to pack, what airlines to use, how to get discounts, how to deal with the Bureau of Immigration, what is required before you come over here, what's required when you are here, how to save money. It talks about the restaurants, it talks about the hotels, reservations, things like that. It talks about transportation, whether you want a car or a scooter or you want to use a trike. It talks about the Filipinas too. If you're coming over here for a Filipina, it has 2 pages just on that. Where to find them, how to date them, how to act proper, and things like that. What's allowed, what's not allowed. It talks about how to bring pets over, handicapped information. This is too much now. Diving, if you're interested in diving, Justin Carmack, Critter Republic, he has a full page with links to his diving location, which he just moved to. He's a good friend. So anyway, yeah, right. So anyway, got to have the ebook, guys. And if you want it, it'll be in the description or it'll be in any of my videos. If you watch the videos in the first 5 minutes, or if you go to the description, it'll have it in there. Does the Go Hotel have an elevator? I can't climb stairs. I'm sorry, Rodney, I don't know. I'm sure they do because there are more than 3 levels, so I'm almost positive they do. But I've never personally. I've always been on the bottom floor when everybody comes here. They put typically all the older guys on the bottom floor. I've never had to go up to the 2nd or 3rd floor. So honestly, I'm pretty sure they do because it's pretty common here for all hotels to have elevators. I've only found 1 or 2 that don't. The good part about it is centrally located. It's not expensive. It's right next door to the Robinsons Mall. There's pedicabs right outside that can pick you up and take you back. Everybody knows where it is. So you're going to have to contact them or look it up. You can obviously look it up on any of the booking sites, booking.com, Agoda. And if you go in there, it'll tell you whether it has elevators or you can send them a message. But honestly, I've never been on that elevator. David goes, thanks. I can take this down, but this is what the ebooks sharing on Google Drive would look like. Oh, I don't know. Thanks. Carolyn does that. She's a computer whiz. Daniel says, "Oh, you have an ebook?" Paul hates that. Whenever Paul's on with me, he hates when I mention it. He's so sick of hearing about the ebook. But it took the place of all the guys that wanted to talk about specific subjects, like coming over here or what you do when you're here or what. The only thing they have left to talk about is their personal expenses because it took all that away because it has all the information in there, but you do have to read it. Okay, Napoleon sent me $50 for the school kids' computer. Woo! All right. There you go, Napoleon. Give me some sounds. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I will write that down. I do keep I do keep all of that separate, and it does go 100% to the children. I actually augment it every month. I put in 35,000 pesos. So let's try that. Let's see. 35,000 7 equals. So I put in $600 myself. So we're gonna get there. We'll have enough funds. But again, Napoleon, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You get a heart. You get a heart, and anything you need, just let me. Thank you so much, though. By the way, according to JJ, I booked on Korean Air. Great airline, by the way. Korean Air is the best, as you recommended. $850 from Canada with 2 suitcases and a carry-on. I booked directly from their website. Excellent. I'm hoping that's you booked one way because that's what I recommend. But if you got a round trip ticket on that, that's even better. That's ridiculously cheap. You've got a round trip ticket on it. Let me know, JJ. Turn off the music. You don't like that music? David, this is just for you. This is just for you, David. I got sick of that music too. That's why I started changing the intro music. I had to start changing that intro music on my videos. Now I just try different musics, and now I'm getting into music with lyrics. Alexandra says, finally caught up at 1.5 times speed, and now I'm live at the normal speed. Woohoo! Woohoo! There we go. So you're talking a lot slower, and your sound effects lasted a lot longer. There you go. Anyway, I'm changing my studio, and it's been complicated because I'm still learning electronics. So I'm adding new special effects. It took me forever to figure out how to upload them into my sound effects generator, and then I also have a video effects now called a Stream Deck. You guys that are techie, I'm 69 years old, guys. It's hard for me to learn new tricks, okay? I feel like old dog, okay? Good morning, honey. I have what they call a Stream Deck now. It has multiple buttons that can do multiple things. I'm using it specifically for video. So I'm going to have now an overhead camera that I can switch to. So if I'm either I'm on or I have a split camera, I could change the split to different views. I can go just the guest, just the host, or I can have a camera above which shows the whole studio. So we're working on that. And then it also has a timer. It times me. And then I could change headings. I'm looking at, I could pause recordings and play them again, start and stop the recordings. It's amazing, these electronics, because they could do so many things now, and they're so small, not very expensive. That whole device that controls all this video stuff was under $60. It was amazing. It's just figuring it out. You have to download apps, and you have to put in what they call plugins. Oh my God. Okay, so it was one way for 850, I believe it was. Yeah, 850 from Canada. But that's still a very good price. That's an excellent price. I remember 3 years ago when I came out here, you can go round trip for that kind of money out of the USA. But, times change. We have inflation. Kevin, hello. Have you seen the blogger that transfers Mike and Old Dog? Trashes Mike and Old Dog. Well, we talked about him earlier in the beginning. Yes, all he does, he's basically a troll who started a video, YouTube video. We did talk about him earlier without saying any names. He is in a lot of trouble because Mike now has filed charges on him with cyberbullying, and mostly because he involved Janet, Mike's wife, and she's a Filipino. And you cannot say anything here negative about a Filipina. You might get away with it if it's a foreigner, but you're not going to get away with it if it's a Filipino. And that's where he crossed the line and now is in trouble. Now that he has charges, a lawsuit could be started against him by Mike, and he's going to have to answer whether he right or wrong, it doesn't matter. He's going to have to appear at court several times. He's going to have to put up a bond. He's not going to be able to stay in the USA because he's in Wichita working as a truck driver, and he's going to lose income, and he's going to have to come here, and he's going to have to stay here. And if he doesn't pay for his bond, he'll get arrested. If he doesn't come here and he gets a warrant, especially if he gets a warrant because he didn't pay his bond, if he doesn't come here, I don't know what he's going to do because if he ever shows up, they'll immediately arrest him. If he gets the warrant for his arrest, which will happen if he doesn't put up the bond or show up at court. And there's several appearances at court here. It's a long process. It takes about a year. And you have to make several appearances in the first 3 months, say. So but you know what? He brought it on himself. He trashes other YouTubers, and he has a mouth on him, and he doesn't know when to shut up. And so, Yeah, it's bad. He's in big trouble. He trashed. He talked really nice about me in one video, but a year ago he had another channel with a similar name, and he trashed me, Hawkeye, Paul, Justin, Mike, everybody, just about everybody, and that's he basically was a troll, and so he's a troll with a channel. He hasn't monetized. He probably won't get monetized. He'll probably get kicked off of YouTube again. He has 3 strikes. 3 strikes and you're out with YouTube, and I already understand he has 2 strikes. Cull Smash. Yeah, it's cool, Goldfinger. I'm a tech guy and thought it would be easier to get the ebook out, but understand that tech stuff is tricky. Oh my God, it's so complicated now. There's so many choices in different companies that do the same thing, and you got to, I don't know how many of you guys been with me from the beginning. Just getting the sound clear took me 3 months of trial and error with different sound processors, different microphones. We have USB versus XLR. It was a nightmare. I finally got the sound right, and I got the video right. Video is right, no problem. But now I'm just doing little changes to tweak it out, and overhead camera would be kind of cool, and some other. From we transfer one camera to another, there'll be a little in between video. And it's just you tweak it a little bit. I also have to figure out how to, and you can, bring these comments out and show it up on my screen, so you can see the comments I'm answering and read them. There's a way to do it. If you go onto a StreamYard, which I don't work with StreamYard. StreamYard charges a lot of money for having 2 cameras and doing lives. It's way too expensive. I use OBS. If anybody knows what OBS is, it's basically taking the place of StreamYard or a few of the other companies, and it processes everything in your own laptop. So being Jewish, I'm cheap. I went ahead and went with OBS, and I could do a lot more things with OBS, like green screens and customized. Like you see the Goldfinger minute at the top. I can make that disappear or show up. I can do a lot of things. In any case, there is a way in OBS to take the comments I want. I click on a comment. It shows up right there on the video live with you guys, and then you can read it with me. And I will figure that out eventually. Donald says, I like the music. Oh, your ebook is very helpful. Got to have the ebook. I'm going to print shirts that says, do you have the ebook? Or have you read the ebook? Or have you gotten the free ebook? I got to print shirts. I think it would be the funniest thing. On my recent visit to Cebu, I found the info useful prior to arriving and while here. Thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm glad it helped you, Dalton. Kevin, you've had great interviews. Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. There was a period of time I just couldn't get anybody on the channel for a while, and I had burnout for a little bit because I have a toothache. I haven't gone to the dentist. I went to the dentist for a toothache, and the dentist took X-rays of the wrong tooth. You have to take everything with a grain of salt here. They're not all the best doctors here, okay? I'm sorry, but they're not. So she took an X-ray of the wrong tooth, and then I realized that the tooth that hurt was not the ones that she X-rayed. But she told me to go ahead and take antibiotics and see, because it may just be a infection, which will go away with the antibiotics and pain pills, okay? She prescribed pain pills, okay, fine. And I went to one pharmacy, and they wanted 110 pesos, which is $2 per pill. And I thought, yeah, it seems like a lot of money. I went to my regular pharmacy that I usually go to, and they wanted 14 pesos, okay, which is 25, a quarter a pill. So I stayed on that, and I stayed on antibiotics, but the tooth was still hurting. I went back to tell her that she actually X-rayed the wrong tooth and maybe it needs root canal, and the cost for root canal is only 1,500 pesos, $35. Or she could pull it, but she didn't recommend I pull it because it looked like a healthy tooth. Of course, she doesn't know she X-rayed the wrong one. She didn't want to do another set of x-rays because she says she doesn't work on molars. And that was the key. I realized that I'm not at a good dentist. I need to find a better dentist. Meantime, I'm on the antibiotics and the pain's been going away. So, I don't know, all right. So we'll see what happens because it has been going away. Kevin Thomas, can you talk? Take your meals for, say, yesterday. Can you talk? What do you mean by talk your meals? Explain what you want, Kevin. I don't know. Can you talk your meals for, say, yesterday as an example? If you're asking what did I eat yesterday, I had a bowl of a Filipino food, which had ground pork and vegetables in a sauce. Might have been a little sugar in it. I'm not sure because it was slightly sweet. And that's it. It's pretty much I eat one meal a day. I did have at night, I did have some oranges. I think I had 2 oranges. Joe says, do the Philippines courts have any impact on an American if they don't return to the Philippines? No. If he doesn't return to the Philippines, there'll be nothing. He just won't be able to come because there'll be a warrant for his arrest if he shows up. And actually, here's the weird part. Even if you get a judgment in the Philippines against a Filipino or an American, it doesn't really matter, or foreigner, there's no way to collect the money. So if you get a financial judgment, it's pretty difficult to get paid anything. It's not like the U.S. They don't lien stuff like they do in the U.S. or force you to pay. I have no idea how to do a ebook to Kindle. No idea at all, Daniel. I don't even have a Kindle. Not even sure how it works. Sorry. Is there a good beer over in the Philippines? What's a good local beer? Do they import beers? Yes, they import beers. I don't know of any good local beers here. I'm not a beer drinker, so you're asking the wrong guy. The only beer I ever liked was Ultralight, and they do have that here, imported. Your shirt needs to say, "Go, you have my." Do you have? I'm sure you be. Do you have my ebook? No, I think it should say something more like David. It should say something like, not "Do you have my ebook," but it's in the ebook. Ask me or something like that on the other side. San Miguel Pell, says Kevin. Okay, Kevin knows San Miguel Pell. I've seen that here. I just don't drink beer. Happy New Year, happy Rosh Hashanah. Thank you very much, W. And Kevin answered. Oh, Colin, are you calorie counting? He's wanting. Okay. Joe says he owns a house over here and plans to retiring over there. Guess those plans will change. He can come. He'll have to. If we're talking about the same person, the YouTuber troll. I'm not gonna say his name. If you want to find him, just put in there AH under the search symbol. Basically, he's gonna. He drives a truck and talks, and I think he's going to calm down a lot after this. Is an eye opener for him. He hasn't monetized yet. He's only at about 850. I'm surprised he has 850 subscribers. He's trying to build it. Now, he had one before that was over 1,000, and they took his channel down. And now he's starting again, which actually isn't technically allowed. I don't think he's allowed to have a second channel. He has had multiple complaints on YouTube about him from different people. So he is married, supposedly married to a Filipina. Yeah, I knew what you meant, David. Anyway, so just take what he says for a grain of salt, because he'll say something nice about you, and then if you read the comments, he says something negative about you. He's got a real problem. Enough of him. He's just a waste of time. He's basically King Dramageddon, King of Dramageddon, and he doesn't apologize for anything. He shows up at Ground Zero and he puts his hand on and says, "Let's bygones be bygones." And then while your back's turned, he stabs you. So it's just this guy's a problem. He seemed okay first, then he started posting negative videos about everyone and lost interest. That isn't my vibe. Now, you don't want to be around negative people. Negative people bring you down. It's just not a positive atmosphere, especially people that are two-faced. So even a couple of his friends have come to me, and they've been on this channel and did interviews, and they go, I think he's loco. He's losing it. Like, what is he thinking? What is he doing? He's basically shooting himself in the foot. He's his own worst enemy. Remington says, I have the motorcycle endorsement on my license here in the USA, and would I need it for cross over the Philippines to rent a scooter? No. They don't care. And I don't care. Would there be a ticket if you get caught? No. So basically, they're not in Dumageddon. They're not enforcing requirements of a motorcycle endorsement. You can get it, but they just want to see you have a driver's license. They very rarely will bother foreigners unless you're violating the law by not wearing a helmet or not wearing closed-toe shoes or don't have a registered bike. As long as you have, if you have a Filipino driver's license, you're at the top of which you can only get after 3 months of being here. But as long as you do have a driver's license and you're nice and polite, and in some cases, it doesn't hurt to give them a gift. I don't know how to say it. To gift them, give them something that would make their day. You won't have any problems. Yeah, after a troll YouTube channel caused a girl to commit. Oh my, that's not cool. That's too bad. That's too bad. Call smash. Good morning, Raymond. Mar says, hello, Goldfinger. Is there a month-to-month rentals that are fully furnished? I don't want to spend a fortune in hotels. Actually, in some cases, Mar, the hotels are cheaper than the furnished apartments because they're paying the electricity and the water, and they give you free internet. And they clean your room for you, so you don't have to worry too much about. And if you want to tip the maid, she'll even do your laundry, okay? Which is not very expensive here. When I came here, I found it more expensive to be in a furnished apartment than it was to stay at. It was cheaper for me to be in a hotel than it was for me to be in a furnished apartment. And I stayed in a hotel for months. It was cheaper. Now it starts to get old after a while because it's not as much space sometimes. But honestly, it was cheaper. But the answer to your question is yes. You can get apartments that you can rent month to month. The problem is you have to give them 1 month, and they're going to ask 2 more months. So they're going to ask first, last, and security. And typically they will not give you back the security or 1 month. So it ends up being a lot more expensive, and there's no way to go after them. You're the foreigner, and you don't get any. As a foreigner, you're second to a citizen here. So yes, you can rent month-to-month rentals, but unless you're going to be here for more than 6 months, I would stay in a hotel. It's much better. And you can move around from hotel to hotel, so you can move around different areas, and you get an idea of what's available, and you may want to go to a different city. So in all fairness, until you're ready, until you know where you're going to want to live, stay in a hotel. Joe says, do you plan on selling your scooters periodically to keep new and shiny? Yeah, I can't keep them in stock, actually. A lot of people will rent my scooter, and the oldest scooter I have is 2024. Everything 2022 and 23 are gone, okay? They don't last 2 years, because what happens is I rent them out, I keep them up, I make sure they look just like new. They're all fixed up with a top box, a phone holder. I have all the service records on them. And a person ends up paying off 50 to 75% of the bike, and so I could sell it at a big discount, and so they don't last. Probably shooting myself in the foot by selling my bikes because you make the most amount of money after it's all paid off. I've had a couple bikes paid off, and I can sell them very cheap because they're paid off. But that's the profit I make when I sell it off. But I'm selling it off at half off of what a new one would be, and it might only have 5,000 to 8,000 kilometers, which is not a lot. So anyway, I'm not sure what Kyle's saying here, but it's shalom, and I'm Jewish, but I can't read it. I'm sorry. I'm not very religious. Kevin Thomas, did you hear the announcement in USA Today? Full retirement moving from 67 to 69. Really? Well, you knew they were going to make changes. Okay, that was a given. So they're raising the age, which sucks. I don't know. They need to fund it. They really need to fund it better rather than raising the age. But people are living longer, so you can work. I mean, look at me. I have many hats I wear. I do a lot at 69, so I understand. You're healthier than you used to be. If I remember right, you used to be retired at 55 to 60, and people died at that age. So people are living longer, so you can work longer. Mar says, thanks for the answer, saving money. Yeah, I can give you some hotels to stay at for long term. If you rent by the month, it's a lot cheaper than the day or the week, and it's less expensive, Mar. Less expensive to stay in a hotel because you don't have all the other expenses involved, and then you can move around too. So you could leave the hotel and you can find another hotel anywhere in another city. You don't have to be stuck in one place, and that gives you a chance to view different areas, because we have Valencia here, we have Darwin, Bakong, Dumaguete, Cebulan, and that's just here in this one little section of land. So, see, I missed a few. Okay. Global says, hey, Goldfinger, just got your ebook yesterday. Thanks for that. Headed to Philippines next week. Well, welcome. Where are you going to, Global? Where are you headed to? Kevin, it won't affect older folks. Well, as far as I think he's talking about Social Security. Oh, shit. Yeah, if you requested an ebook, and by the way, I get people that request ebooks, and they may not get them. And the reason being is it has to do with your email company you use. If you don't use a big company like Yahoo, don't blame me. It has to do with your service provider, okay? And I see we're buffering. Uh-oh. We're losing some internet here. So the monthly rental varies, Remington. The rental varies based on what size bike. They start off at 6,000 pesos, which is $105, and it goes up according to how big of a bike you want. But that'll give you an idea. $105 a month up. And again, there's different bikes. We have 125s, Rusi. They all have talk boxes. They all have phone holders. We have, and they come with helmets and third-party liability insurance. So we have Rusi's 125. We have Honda Clicks 125. We have the Bergman 125. We have 155 NMAXs and 160 PCXs and 160cc ADVs. So it just depends on what you rent. Folks in 39s and 40s will retire full at 69. Yeah, well, it was bound to happen. I kind of figured that was going to happen. Somebody asked me, what are they going to do? And I said, they're going to raise the age rate of retirement. It's just normal. They've already done it once or twice. The head of Social Security literally just said today they will raise the retirement age per global. Napoleon, Kevin, he's referring to Kevin, and thank you for Napoleon for being a member. Social Security won't raise retirement age for people close to retirement. It will be for younger people when they get towards retirement age. Well, that's good, because people that was expecting to retire, it wouldn't be fair for them to all of a sudden get hit with, oh, you're not retiring for a few more years now. Greetings from Colorado. Greetings, Ken. Joe says, I have Yahoo. Yahoo is one of them. They don't always send through If you requested it and you didn't get it, and it was within the last 2 or 3 days, I can't send it to you. Find a friend that has Yahoo doesn't work very well. There's several. A Hotmail doesn't work very well, and anything oddball name, they don't allow attachments through, and that's not on me. I can't do it. It's just they only allow. They don't. I don't know why. Maybe it's too much digital information. I don't know. AC all day. Yeah, see, you can run the AC all day at a hotel. Electricity can be very expensive. Okay, Raymond, this is what I did. When I arrived, I moved around frequently to travel and explore. Well, of course, yeah, that's the whole idea. You don't know. Dumagueti's not for everybody. You got to check out Iloilo, Davao. You got to check out Angeles City. Maybe you want more action. Some people may actually like Cebu. I don't. Or Manila. BGC is a very nice area in Manila. Not for me. I don't like crowds. I don't like traffic. But everybody's different. Everybody has different tastes. And there's different culture and foods, just like in the U.S., whether you visit the East, the West, the South, or the North. Some areas are cooler. So you do need to travel around a little bit. That's where you actually should see some of the guys that travel and watch their videos and see. And again, I'm going to go back to Scotty Boy from Regular Guy. He did a lot of traveling to different areas. Malabali, I'm not sure if I'm saying Malabali is best I could say. Sounded like a beautiful area. Okay, I heard Iloilo's very nice. I've heard of Bacolod, very nice. I've been to if you like really quiet, rural, inexpensive places, and you go to Bacol, you don't want to stay in the big cities where the ferry drops you off. Tagbilaran and something with a P. You guys will tell me. Those are too crowded and they're overrun. Honestly, they're mostly Koreans there. But if you go on the other side of Bacol, it is peaceful. It is quiet. It is cheap. You ain't going to a movie theater. You're not going to a mall. But you got gorgeous beaches, fishing, fresh fish, clams. There's restaurants. I stayed in Anda, A-N-D-A. We stayed at the Poseidon Resort. You can't forget Poseidon because we always think of the Poseidon Adventure if you're old enough. But it was phenomenal, and it was cheap, and the food was good, and I could live there. I could live there for under $1,000, probably $600-700 a month. My place with air conditioning, and a bathroom clean. They took care of the Wi-Fi. They took care of the laundry. They offered free breakfast. It was 1,000 pesos a day, $17 a day to stay. And they had monthly rates. I only stayed for 4 or 5 days. They had monthly rates that was cheaper. So if you ever go to Bohol, go rent a car, go over to on the other side of the island, go to Anda and look up Poseidon. You can find it right now on Booking.com. Poseidon Resort, and man, you got it made. Okay, so Paul Old Dog lives in Valencia, and yes, it is cooler by a few degrees. It does get a little bit more rain in the rainy season. Check your junk folder, Joe, if you haven't. Yeah, check your junk because a lot of them will put it in junk, and they'll just say it's like an advertisement or something to them. Thank you so much. I'm glad, Raymond, it helped you. And then Dan Pangalo. Yeah, thank you. So you have Tagbilaran and Pangalo in Bohol. Very crowded. There's only one good beach in Pangalo. Not my cup of tea. We stayed there one night. We stayed there one night and couldn't wait to get the heck out of there. I was with Carolyn and Einstein, my dog. And then we rented a car, and the car rental was more than anything else, about $35 a day. And we went on the other side of the island, and we saw the monkeys, which, oh God help me, I don't know the name of it, but they had the big eyes, funny-looking monkeys. And then we saw the chocolate mountains, and we saw all kinds of things, and we had wheels to go around. And Anda, the town of Anda, was something you can only see on deserted islands. They had little huts that you could sit on the beach, and they bring you food, fresh food. They bring it to you. They set you up. They clean it, and nothing. It costs nothing to live there. Okay, Joe, awesome, Joe. Okay, You're going to get the full works. All right, there you go. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, $20. That's something for the kids. Yep, it all goes to the kids. The book is free. Anyway, let's see. Joe says, thanks, Greg. It literally came in night after I commented. Okay. Oh, came in right after I commented. Okay. I really enjoy Tagate, too. Beautiful nature and climate. Never been there. That's a good recommendation. Tagate. Tarsiers are the big-eyed monkeys. They're cool. They're up in the trees. They take you around. They show them to you. They're pretty cool, but you can't pet them or touch them. What is the population of Dubagetti? You're going to have to ask AI or Google AI. I have no idea. I have no idea. It's becoming more and more popular because of people like me and Paul. Riquet was here for a long time. It's got a lot of American and local cuisine. It's really growing in the Cebulan area. A lot of new restaurants and bars and places to hang out. So, unfortunately, yeah, we're promoting it. I don't mean to, but there are a lot of other places. Don't come here. I can do without seeing the monkeys. That's fine. Don't have to go. And Chocolate Mountains was kind of boring, to be honest with you. But the beaches, oh my God! And guys would come in Bohol, Anda. Guys would go snorkeling out there and come out with bags of sea urchins, clams, fresh fish, spearing fresh fish, and they sell it right there as they walked past beside it. And we bought a couple fish for them, and we bought some sea urchins to try them. And you eat I guess it's the roe inside or something's inside of the sea urchin, and some clams, and we cooked them right on the barbecue because the resort brought out charcoal, lit it for us on the barbecue right on the beach, had swings, hammocks, Quonset huts, you name it, and we barbecued right there and had fresh fish that was just caught in the ocean. Incredible. You can't beat it. If I ever go on vacation again, I'm going back there. But yeah, I agree. The monkeys were kind of boring, but what the heck? You got to see everything once. It was very touristy. A lot of things are just set up for tourists, and it was very touristy. But what do you got to do? Anyway, so and have you noticed? We haven't talked about AI. Have you noticed AI has taken over? Like, I'm using more and more AI to transcribe the conversations I have with guys that I interview. Every guy has a story, okay, and he tells a story, and then I copy all of the conversation, upload it to a file, and then I put that file onto AI, and I say, hey, I need a description of in 3,000 characters of the person I just interviewed. I want to put it up on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, and please give me a 3. And it does that instantly. I mean, literally. Then I just copy and paste it. It saves me a lot of time. You could do anything with AI. You could do characters. You could do music. You could do customization of things. If you're not even musically inclined, you can sing, and it changes your voice. It makes you sound wonderful. You're pretty soon on YouTube, you're only going to see AI. You will not see too much original stuff. AI's taken over. All right, Kevin. No, I didn't find it difficult to walk up to see now. 240 pounds, Kevin is. That's why I'm asking. No, I was heavier than that when I walked up, so no, it wasn't difficult. Wait, you're real? Yeah, I know. Right? Actually, I'm just a created image. Raymond says, I really enjoyed Porto Galera. Beautiful nature and great beaches. If you don't mind 3 hours on a... What's a row-row? I don't even know. What's a row-row, Raymond? There's many. You'll talk to other guys that have been hanging around. I don't travel much. I'm kind of set in my ways. I haven't traveled a whole lot, but There's some great towns hidden away. 3 hours from Batangas. So yeah, I mean, okay, thanks, Kevin. So anyway, so there are a lot of places. I think there's a Santa Catalina. There's a lot of places. There's other islands. Siquijor. Siquijor is nice. It's not as cheap as it used to be, but Siquijor is nice, which is an island just outside of Dumaguete. I've been there several times. Yeah, and a hotel has AC at that price. Yeah, I don't know. Rojo and one roll off ferry. Rojo rule, one roll off ferry. Don't know what you mean. Sorry. So, and there's a lot of places like Anda. I just happened to hit one. Again, here's another place. Sariago was nice. So you got to start looking at some of these places, writing them down, guys, and checking them out. I've got roots here now, okay? I might travel there and visit it, but I have a problem now because we're very busy on two things, YouTube and scooter rentals. It's very hard for me to get away. But okay, Joe, no problem. He's got to get going. You're welcome for the ebook. Got to have the ebook. Roll on, roll off. Oh, okay. Got it. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Daniel. So, yeah, I mean, I'm really going to have a hard time going to Vietnam next year. I got to go to Vietnam next year because it's my 3 years are up, and I'm still on a tourist visa. And so every 2 months I have to extend, and then after 3 years you have to leave for 24 to 48 hours. So a row is a ship that rolls on, roll off your car. Got it. Thanks, Raymond. So anyway, so I am going to be going to Vietnam, and I decided to stay for a week. I just didn't want to go in and leave. I figured if I go there, I want to see a little bit of it. Am I going to YouTube from it? Probably not. Will I take some video or pictures? Probably, and I'll talk about it. But I'm just not a traveling YouTuber. I like things controlled, so I like the studio, so I can take my pictures or videos, upload them, and then I can narrate without the noise and traffic or other people. So I will take some videos, pictures of the food I ate, jot down the prices I paid, show the hotel I was staying at, stuff like that, and what was involved in going through customs and everything. But I'll probably just, while that's playing on a video, I'll narrate so I can control the sound when I get back. So anyway, I'll be gone in January. I think I leave January 5th. I'll have to look that up. And I'm going to Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, in District 1, which is right downtown. And I'll check it all out. I want to check out the food and the people, the hotel, the culture. Not a real big person on history stuff, so I may go to a temple, but I'm not real big on it. But I always liked Buddhist temples. That was interesting in Thailand, too. Thailand was very interesting. So we'll check that out, and I'll record, and then I'll bring it back, and I'll put a collage together and narrate and explain what happened while I was in Vietnam. I understand it's very inexpensive there, but they don't speak much English. So it ought to be interesting. It's scary that you may not get. Why would I not get a visa to come back to the Philippines? I don't know. I wouldn't know. But when you come back to the Philippines, you start your whole thing over again. So I have to have a throwaway ticket or a ongoing ticket, as they call it, onward ticket. I have to have something within 28 days. Then I can only do a 30-day. So I have to basically start off as if I've never been here. Maybe you could interview a couple young Vietnamese girls. Well, I don't think Carolyn would appreciate that. So I got to be very careful. If I do, it'll be in a public place. But humanitarian it's Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. I'm not planning on traveling anywhere else. So I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, it's going to be chaos here because Carolyn will be in charge of rentals, and she knows what to do. She's done it. Please make note of hotels and the costs. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to talk into my into my phone, and then basically I'll listen to it later and just talk about it. But I will take out the sound and narrate because I know there's going to be background music or background sounds or loud and soft noises. So I just don't I like controlled. So I'll just narrate the whole thing with the pictures. Unless there's something very quiet like a Buddhist temple, or I want to hear some specific music that I'm recording there in the Vietnam. Da Nang has a section that speaks a bit of English. I understand. I'm not going into Da Nang. It's a tourist area. I'm not interested in a tourist area. Are you saying 2 to 3 months stay, leaving from East Coast Hotel in a good stay with said man money and would ballpark or what you would need? I would want to rent a scooter. Good idea. If you're only here for a couple months, even 3 months, hotels are better. You want to be able to, you might meet somebody on Filipina Cupid or Christian Filipina. You might meet somebody that's here and they want to go back to their hometown, or they want to meet their family, brothers, sisters, whatever. And if you're in an apartment, it's not as easy. You're paying for that, and then you leave, and then you got to come back here. You may want to stay on that other island, okay, wherever they're from. You may want to look at other islands. You may want to travel. You can stay in any hotel. You don't have to be stuck with an apartment. I would unless you found roots, and you know you're going to stay there for long term, and I'm saying 6 months or longer, don't be renting an apartment or a house, okay? It's going to cost you more money in the end. Just stay in hotels. It's better. Plus, they'll have a pool. They'll have maybe an exercise room. They'll have a restaurant. Just stay in a hotel. It's easier. That's what I did. Einstein can handle the show in your absence. Yeah, he probably could if he would. He does try to talk to us. Thanks, Tom. Global. Do you ever worry the Philippines will change the visa rules so you can't stay on a tourist visa so long? Well, I'm not too worried about it because I could always get an SRRV, or I can marry Carolyn and get a 13A. They have actually already. They used to have 6-month visas here. Now they only have 2-month visas. So they may tighten it up if they have problems with tourists. Do I worry? Not really. I came here not to worry. There's always ways around it. I could marry Carolyn and have a Balak Beyond clearance that allows me to leave and come whenever I want. And you just renew it every year for a very small fee. So, no, not too worried about it. There's always a way around things. Can you recommend a hotel in Duma? I'll be there in 2026. All that information is, guess where? In the ebook. The ebook has stars, ratings from 2 to 5 stars on different hotels. Plus, there are some you can go on any of the reservation sites. I like Booking.com. It's my favorite, but there's Travelocity. There's Agoda. There's so many. It's unbelievable. And you can read all about it and look at some of the responses by other people that have been there. So I can't recommend anything unless you're more specific, because it depends on too many things. How long are you staying? What are you looking for? Are you looking for a spacious, beautiful hotel with many restaurants? Then go to you can afford $100 a night. Go to Henry's or go to Hotel Dumaguete. Hotel Dumaguete has several really first-class restaurants and elevators, and they're very nice and very beautiful rooms. If you don't want to spend $100 a night and you're looking for something in 2025 bucks a night, then there's that too. So, are you coming alone? Are you coming with somebody? You have a lot of luggage. How long are you staying? Too many questions. I can't answer that. Go to the ebook and look those up, and then contact them or read the information what they have, such as Henry's Hotel and Hotel Dumaguete have pools, beautiful pools. Let's see. You need a button on your soundboard that says it's in the ebook. You know what? I should change the title. It's in the ebook. I know I got to do shirts or hats. It's in the ebook. I really do, Brandon. Yeah, because everybody always asks me. That's why I created the ebook, so I didn't have to keep telling people the same thing. If you have a 13A visa and you get separated, you have to go back to the tourists. SRRV is better. This is true, Jeff. But only if you get separated and she tells them that she's no longer with you, because you have to renew it every year. That's true. But so you go back to a tourist, or get, like I said, Balikbayan, or get an SRRV. They're all doable. So I've been here a little while. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, guys, I'm going to wind this up pretty soon because I have somebody coming to return a bike, make a payment, and rent a bike. And they're all coming. I see one's been waiting for me for a while. He came early. I told him after 11. So if anybody has any last questions or anything, we got 82 people. Don't forget to hit the like button. We raised some funds for the kids. I appreciate it very much. That was great. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to have to go adios. So if you have anything you're curious about, please ask. I'm here to answer questions. I'll be on every Wednesday. I have a couple guests will be coming on the next couple Wednesdays, and then Paul will be on once a month or so. Thank you, Brandon. We all good. I just got to work on my tooth. I'm hopefully that the infection will go away and I don't have to get root canal. A whole 1,500 pesos, $35. Not even $35. $25 to have root canal here. Do you take credit cards? No, I do not take credit cards. If for rentals, it's GCash or cash, or you could transfer money directly to my bank account through Remitly or Wise or one of those others as a deposit to hold a bike, or you can make a payment directly to my bank. Thank you very much, Raymond. Kyle says, what is maize? I don't know what we're talking about, Kyle. I'm sorry. I have so many different things. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, Kevin. You're always here for you. I'm staying for 90 days. Would you like a gym, mall, and grocery store nearby? There are several gyms in Dumaguete and Valencia. The mall, if you stay at the Go Hotel, it's nothing fancy. It's cheap. If you don't spend a whole lot of time in your hotel room, it's fine. But it doesn't have a refrigerator. I like a refrigerator in my hotel because I like to keep cold drinks. I don't want to cook or eat. When I come here, I don't feel like cooking. I eat. But the mall is right next door. But so you could always buy a cheap cooler and get ice. And I'm pretty sure the hotel will provide you with ice. So if you have a little styrofoam cooler, you can keep cold drinks in your room. I don't spend a whole lot of time in my room. I get out. So that's the humanitarian. Raymond says, I just had a root canal here and crown. Well, tell us, how much was it? $5,000 work for a good 3-month stay. $5,000 US. Yeah, I think so. I don't. If you're just 1,500, yeah, you could do 1,500 a month. Just don't be buying a lot of expensive things while you're here. But it'll cover you and maybe a friend that you might meet over here. Yeah, 5,000 is good. That'd be fine. 6 might be better. Just have some backup, but bring some pesos with you so you can tip and learn how not to overpay. Read the ebook. It talks about airport taxis. They charge the hell out of you. There's a way to get you can request a taxi to pick you up, and it's a lot cheaper. Thanks for the info. You're welcome, Remington. Are the condos for rent worth the price? Some seem overpriced. Well, some are overpriced. There are a couple of them that I've heard that's very good. It cost me $23,000. Oh my God, what are we talking about, Raymond? Again, $23,000 for what, Raymond? It got to be. I had a root canal. $23,000 thousand Filipino. Okay, 23,000 Filipino for a root canal. Why? It's not that expensive. My friend just had a full X-rays of his mouth, just literally yesterday. He has a problem with, I forgot what it's called, but his jaws are misaligned. So he had a full X-rays around the whole. They didn't have to X-ray they didn't X-ray just the cavity he was having. They X-rayed his whole jaw. Then he had them pull a tooth that couldn't. It was so bad. It's such bad shape. They had to pull, so he didn't have root canal. He actually had extraction. It took 5.5 hours. They provided him with all the medicine and everything else. They gave him 8 shots and everything else, and he paid 3,400 pesos at a dentist here, and he gave me their name, and I'm probably going to go see them. So all of that work and 5.5 hours. And he said they were having a hard time getting it all out because it was breaking up in pieces, and they didn't want to hurt it was a molar. They didn't want to hurt the tooth next to it, which was a porcelain cap tooth. So they were being very careful. And 3,400 pesos covered all of it. I mean, I don't understand why it's 23,000 pesos. Root canal and crown. Okay, well, it just sounds like a lot, but I'm not sure where you are, Raymond. My own crown was the bulk of the cost. Depends on the type of crown. All right. Well, I don't know. They don't typically use gold anymore for crowns, so I don't know. They probably do they use a porcelain crown? Most likely. You can get the cheap crown, but it didn't recommend the cheap one. Well, what is a cheap crown and what is an expensive crown? What is it? Is it porcelain? Is it metal? I don't know. But I have to go get a root canal, and I was quoted 1,500, but there'll be extra for the X-rays and the last time I went X-rays, it was 500 for the X-rays, so that's 2,000, and then I'm going to have to get the crown, and that could be another 1,500. So I'm looking at 3,500 as well. So not sure where you are. So Raymond, you just have to tell me where you are. You obviously said pesos, so you're in the Philippines. Not sure if you're in Dumaguete. Anyway, so guys, I've probably given it all the information I've got. Keep well, keep healthy. I'll see you when you get here. Hit me up. You want to come? If you want to come here and tell me after a few days why you came here or what you found when you did get here, come on the channel. I appreciate it. Don't forget the kids coming up for this Christmas. We're going to get that computer classroom. Hopefully, when we make it by December, I have to set it up before December 15th. So I have to buy everything, of course, a month before. So we're halfway there. Just need a little bit more help, and we can acquire everything. Carolyn takes all the tablets, and she takes a memory stick, and she feeds all the software into each one, make sure each one works, tests them out, charges them, and we put from grade 1 through grade 6 all kinds of history, math, language, all that stuff. Las Piñas. I don't know where Las Piñas is. I'll have to look it up. Sorry, I don't know all the towns. So we'll get that all together. I do the shopping, and I have them deliver to the school, and then we set up a power hub to charge everything, a cabinet to lock it all up in, a big TV. We have to get it mounted up on the wall up high so everybody can see it in the classroom. Looking for 30. We're going to get 30 tablets out of Amazon. And I like tablets that have keyboards and mouse and pads, so I buy them. So I put a whole thing together, and then I number them all. So if they put them away, they know they just have to put away the tablet. So if they come back, there's a big number on the table, which will match the number on the tablet, the keyboard, and the mouse with little numbers that stick on, so they know which one goes to which because they're all wireless. Guys, you guys take care. I appreciate you all. Love you all. Thanks for the membership. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the help with the children. And you guys keep well. I'll see you, if not before, I'll see you next Wednesday live, and I'll have a guest with me. There's 2 people that want to come on to chat with. Everybody, I'm going to end the stream. Any last words? Counting down. All right, I think that's it. Thanks for the 70, 80 concurrent viewers, the likes. I appreciate it. Bye-bye, everybody.